Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Naurin. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Trump's tariff move faces a strong pushback from Canada, China and Mexico. Melania Trump invites heroes and families to share their stories in President Trump's speech to Congress. Senate confirms Linda McMahon as Education Secretary amid Trump's plan to shut down the department. Doctors concerned over Kennedy's hesitant response to a measles outbreak. Governor Hochul launches mobile medication unit to aid addiction treatment in central New York. Dolly Parton's husband Carl Dean dies at 82 after 60 years of marriage. Canada hit back at Trump's tariffs with $107 billion in retaliatory taxes. Zelensky urges US to strengthen support for Ukraine amid ongoing conflict. Smoke bombs and flares cause violence in Serbian parliament. James Harrison, known for saving 2.4 million babies with plasma donations, dies at 88. Bayern Munich honors Beckenbauer with iconic number 5 jersey on Allianz Arena roof. And India breaks Australia's jinx, reaches ICC Champions Trophy final. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Trump imposed a 25% tariff on all goods from Canada and Mexico. Canada, China and Mexico quickly responded with their own trade actions. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called the tariffs a very dumb thing to do and announced a $30 billion counter tariff on US goods. He warned that the amount would rise to $155 billion in 21 days. Trudeau also said Canada would challenge the US move through trade agreements. China increased its tariffs on US exports, especially targeting American farmers. A Chinese government spokesperson said the country would not be bullied and warned of further actions if the US did not change course. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum criticized the tariffs and promised a response. She said Mexico had worked with the US on border security and fentanyl control, yet Trump still imposed the new tariffs. She announced plans for countermeasures and scheduled a call with Trump to discuss the issue. Trump defended his decision, saying Canada and Mexico failed to control illegal immigration and drug smuggling. He also warned that if they imposed more tariffs, he would increase US tariffs further. First Lady Melania Trump invited several guests to attend President Trump's speech to Congress. These guests included families of crime victims, a former Russian prisoner, a border patrol agent, and others affected by key issues. Mark Fogel, a teacher from Pennsylvania, attended with his mother. He was released from a Russian prison in February after President Trump negotiated a prisoner swap. The family of Corey Comparator, a firefighter killed during an assassination attempt on Trump last year, was also present. Stephanie Diller, the widow of NYPD officer Jonathan Diller, who was murdered in 2024, attended the speech. The mother and sister of Laken Riley, a nursing student killed by an illegal immigrant, were also there. Other guests included Alexis Nangere, whose daughter was murdered by illegal immigrants, and Peyton McNabb, a high school athlete injured in a sports incident. A border patrol agent and a steel worker were also invited. Melania Trump's guests highlighted crime, border security, and parental rights, topics expected to be central to President Trump's address. The speech focused on his administration's achievements and future plans for America. The Senate recently confirmed Linda McMahon as the new Education Secretary with a 51-45 vote, largely along party lines. McMahon, a former CEO of WWE, faces the challenge of winding down the Education Department while advancing President Trump's education agenda. The president has pledged to dismantle the department, aiming to eliminate bureaucracy and shift responsibilities to states. After her confirmation, McMahon addressed the department's staff, emphasizing their mission to respect the will of the American people and reduce government waste. She highlighted the importance of leaving the department in a stronger position by focusing on efficiency. McMahon's lack of formal education leadership experience has raised concerns, but her supporters believe her executive background will drive necessary reforms. Critics argue that her approach could lead to significant cuts in education funding. McMahon assured Congress that critical programs like Title I funding for low-income schools would be preserved. Moving forward, McMahon will work to implement the president's vision of reducing federal involvement in education while continuing to support essential programs for vulnerable students. Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s recent response to the Texas measles outbreak has raised concerns among health experts. While he acknowledged the importance of the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine in an editorial, he stopped short of fully endorsing it. Kennedy, known for his anti-vaccine stance, emphasized that vaccination is a personal choice, which some experts believe could encourage vaccine skeptics. As of now, Texas had confirmed 158 measles cases, many involving unvaccinated individuals. Kennedy's reluctance to strongly support vaccination has drawn criticism, with experts like Dr. Amesh Adalja calling it a wink and a nod to the anti-vaccine movement. Dr. Molly O'Shea also expressed concern over his failure to stress the effectiveness of vaccines in preventing measles. Kennedy's suggestion to use vitamin A as a treatment for measles, a controversial approach, has further fueled doubts among health professionals about his stance on vaccines. Moving forward, experts hope Kennedy will take a stronger position in supporting vaccination. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Governor Kathy Hochul recently announced the launch of a new mobile medication unit to provide addiction services in central New York, aiming to offer critical support in underserved areas. The MMU, which operates under the Office of Addiction Services and Supports, will dispense medication like methadone and buprenorphine to individuals facing barriers to traditional treatment, such as lack of nearby facilities. This new service is the first in Madison County to provide methadone treatment. Supported by $550,000 in federal funding, the unit is operated by Helio Health. It will be stationed in Wamsville with possible future expansions to other locations. The new MMU is part of a broader effort to increase addiction treatment access across New York State. Additional units for other cities, including Brooklyn and Buffalo, are in development, with more funding allocated in the 2026 state budget to expand this initiative. Carl Dean, the beloved husband of Dolly Parton for over 60 years, passed away at the age of 82 in Nashville, Tennessee. Dolly Parton confirmed the sad news on social media, sharing her grief and expressing gratitude for the many wonderful years they spent together. "Words can't do justice to the love we shared," Parton wrote, thanking fans for their prayers and sympathy. Dean, a businessman who ran an asphalt-laying company in Nashville, lived a private life, often staying out of the public eye while Parton's career soared. The couple met in 1964 and married 2 years later. They never had children, but Parton has said she has no regrets about that decision. Curtin will be laid to rest in a private ceremony with close family. He is survived by his siblings, Sandra and Donnie. Parton remains grateful for the lasting love they shared. Now it's time for global updates. President Trump imposed a 25% tariff on Canadian and Mexican goods and a 10% tax on Canadian energy exports. In response, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced counter tariffs on $107 billion worth of U.S. goods. Trudeau called Trump's trade war a dumb move meant to weaken Canada's economy. He rejected Trump's suggestion that Canada should join the U.S., saying, "We will never be the 51st state." He also criticized Trump for working with Russia while targeting allies. Ontario Premier Doug Ford warned of economic pain for Americans and imposed a 25% tax on electricity exports to U.S. states. Ontario also banned American alcohol, cancelled U.S. contracts, and scrapped a deal with Elon Musk's Starlink. Quebec Premier François Legault warned that 160,000 jobs could be lost. Alberta's Premier Danielle Smith called Trump's action an unjustifiable attack and signaled potential cuts in oil exports. Trump defended the tariffs, blaming Canada for fentanyl smuggling. He warned that any Canadian countermeasures would lead to further U.S. actions, raising the risk of a prolonged trade conflict. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky stated that his country was ready to negotiate a peace deal with Russia, emphasizing that nobody wants peace more than Ukrainians. He called for stronger U.S. leadership under President Trump to achieve lasting peace. Zelensky outlined possible first steps for a ceasefire, including the release of prisoners, a ban on missiles and drones, and a truce in the air and sea if Russia agrees. He expressed gratitude for U.S. support, particularly when President Trump provided Ukraine with Javelin missiles. Despite a difficult meeting in Washington, Zelensky said it was time to make things right and to work constructively with the U.S. in the future. Zelensky also highlighted Ukraine's readiness to sign agreements with the U.S. on rare earth minerals, seeing it as a step toward stronger security and guarantees. He hoped these steps would lead to an effective resolution to the conflict. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. At least 3 lawmakers were injured in Serbia's parliament, including one seriously following chaos during a session on education funding. The incident occurred after opposition lawmakers clashed with the ruling government over a vote to increase funding for university education, along with additional contested decisions. Opposition members protested by blowing whistles and displaying banners demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Milos Vučević. Outside the parliament, supporters rallied. Video footage showed lawmakers in physical confrontations with smoke bombs, flares, and even eggs and water bottles being thrown. Lawmakers Jasmin Obradović was hospitalized after being injured. Parliament Speaker Ana Brnabić accused the opposition of terrorism, while Defense Minister Bratislav Gašić condemned the violence as disgraceful. The incident highlights deepening political unrest in Serbia following ongoing protests over government corruption. The opposition has called for a transitional government, but the ruling party remains firm despite public demands for accountability. James Harrison, an Australian man who saved 2.4 million babies through his record-breaking blood plasma donations, passed away at the age of 88. His family confirmed his death on February 17th. Harrison, a retired state railway clerk, donated plasma 1,173 times from 1954 until his retirement in 2018. His plasma contained a rare antibody, anti-D, which was used to protect unborn babies from hemolytic disease of the newborn. This disease affects babies when a mother's immune system attacks the fetus' red blood cells. Harrison's contributions helped 45,000 mothers annually, and he was recognized by the Guinness World Records in 2005. Though his record was surpassed in 2022 by an American donor, Harrison was honored as the man with the golden arm by the Australian Red Cross Blood Service. He is remembered for his generosity, which saved millions of lives, and is survived by his family, including 2 grandsons and 4 great-grandchildren. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Bayern Munich has honored club legend Franz Beckenbauer by displaying his iconic number 5 jersey on the roof of the Allianz Arena. The 15-meter by 10-meter representation of the jersey was installed ahead of their Champions League last 16 match with Bayer Leverkusen. Beckenbauer, who passed away in January 2024, had his number 5 jersey retired by Bayern, marking the first time in the club's history. Bayern's president, Herbert Hainer, expressed pride in paying tribute to Beckenbauer, one of the greatest players in football history. The German legend won 3 European Cups, 4 German championships and 2 Ballon d'Or awards during his career. Beckenbauer also led West Germany to the 1974 World Cup victory and coached the team to another title in 1990. In January 2025, the Munich City Council renamed the street outside the stadium to Franz Beckenbauer Platz in his honor. India defeated Australia by 4 wickets in the first semi-final of the ICC Champions Trophy, securing their place in the final. Virat Kohli played a key role, scoring 84 runs off 98 balls. Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya contributed with crucial runs, helping India chase down 267 for 6 in 48.1 overs. Australia, who batted first, posted 264 all out in 49.3 overs. Steve Smith 73 and Alex Carey's 61 led the Aussie charge, but Mohammad Shami's 3 for 48 and support from spinners Varun Chakravarti and Ravindra Jadeja kept India on top. India will now face the winner of the second semi-final between South Africa and New Zealand in the final. India's win broke a long-standing jinx against Australia and put them in contention for a record third Champions Trophy title. Despite a few setbacks, Kohli's leadership ensured India comfortably crossed the line to set up an exciting final. We'll be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,823.48. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 204.71 points or 1.02%. Tokyo stock close price is 37,331.18. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 454.29 points or 1.20%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,324.21. The Shanghai index is increased by 7.28 points or 0.22%. Hong Kong stock close price is 22,941.77. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 64.50 points or 0.28%. Bombay stock close price is 72,989.93. The Sensex index is decreased by 96.01 points or 0.13%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump's tariff move faces a strong pushback from Canada, China, and Mexico. Melania Trump invites heroes and families to share their stories in President Trump's speech to Congress. Senate confirms Linda McMahon as Education Secretary amid Trump's plan to shut down the department. Doctors concerned over Kennedy's hesitant response to measles outbreak. Governor Hochul launches mobile medication unit to aid addiction treatment in central New York. Dolly Parton's husband Carl Dean dies at 82 after 60 years of marriage. Canada hit back at Trump's tariffs with $107 billion in retaliatory taxes. Zelensky urges US to strengthen support for Ukraine amid ongoing conflict. Smoke bombs and flares cause violence in Serbian parliament. James Harrison, known for saving 2.4 million babies with plasma donations, dies at 88. Bayern Munich honors Beckenbauer with iconic number 5 jersey on Allianz Arena roof. And India breaks Australia's jinx, reaches ICC Champions Trophy final. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel, and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.